Finally, it's here, the Vivo X100 Ultra with the newest firmware so far. I cannot say which phone has the best camera capability at the moment, but I can say the Vivo X100 Ultra is probably the most anticipated Ultra phone we've had for 2024 as of now. The Vivo X100 Pro was released half a year ago, and each time I compare the X100 Pro with other flagships, people love how good it is, saying, "Oh, this is great! And you know, this is not even the Ultra version yet. Let's just wait, ooh!" But is it worth the wait? Conclusion first, probably not. Here's why. In this video, I will compare it with its predecessor, the X100 Pro, to see what exactly has been upgraded. I also compare it with OPPO Find X7 Ultra, which you can get an extremely good price right now. You can find the link below. I will also compare it with a bunch of flagships in the next videos, like the Samsung S24 Ultra, Xiaomi 14 Ultra, etc. So make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, help me get to 100K! Okay, we always provide such honest reviews to help you decide on your purchase. Your subscription and likes are what keep us going, because no sponsor will fund us if no one watches the video. And speaking of that, indeed, we have a sponsor for this video, Surfshark VPN. To be honest, VPN is what got me where I am today. But first, let's get to the phone. Compared to its predecessor, the X100 Pro, there is much a big difference. The white body is in a titanium finish, and I found that its texture shows best in dim light. However, it does not have the leather finish like the OPPO Find X7 Ultra, which might be a little disappointing for those who prefer that. The brushed finish on the sides resembles the iPhone, but looks a bit less premium. The lack of curved transition between the back panel and the camera decal, plus the two-layered texture, makes it probably the most visually appreciating camera module so far. I thought the OPPO Find X7 Ultra looked exaggerated, but the X100 Ultra tops it. Honestly, the Pro version looks and feels better. What do you think? Regarding the screen, it looks almost the same as the X100 Pro. I can see that the middle selfie punch hole is a bit smaller, but check the bezels on all sides. They are wide as hell. Also, I found that for the two curved sides, even when you look at it straight on, you can see a greenish tint. Let alone when you look at it from an angle, you can notice a distinct blue-green tint. A big upgrade is the fingerprint scanner. The Vivo X100 Pro uses short focus fingerprint unlocking technology, while the X100 Ultra features ultrasonic fingerprint unlocking, which is much faster and can even unlock with a wet finger. One downgrade to be aware of is that Ultra model has reduced its charging capabilities to 80 watts wide and 30 watts wireless, compared to the Pro model's 100 watts wide and 50 watts wireless. However, the Ultra's battery capacity has improved to 5,600 mAh from its predecessor's 5,400 mAh. Considering the $350 price difference, I would definitely call that a downgrade. By the way, if you want the best price for a Chinese phone that comes with Google Play, check out my friend's website, GizTop. Normally, buying the official international version from the phone brand can be much more expensive, but not here. Speaking of which, you might be wondering how you can access Google services from mainland China. That brings me to our sponsor for this video, Surfshark VPN. What's a VPN, you may ask? In short, a VPN is like a secret tunnel that hides your online activities and keeps you safe while browsing the internet. For me, it allows me to review tech products from China in English and upload them to YouTube so you can learn a thing or two. Since many phone manufacturers release products in China first, or if you want to stay safe while using public Wi-Fi, a VPN can encrypt your IP and protect your privacy. So, why Surfshark VPN? Here's why it outperforms other VPNs. It offers more than 3,200 servers in over 100 countries, so you can always find one to watch videos that are available in your country. Most importantly, one account can be used on unlimited devices. This is crazy good for tech reviewers like me, because I sometimes have to test many things at the same time on multiple phone devices. Most VPNs I've used are limited to 3 or 5 devices, so this feature can save you a lot of money. Plus, it supports a 30-day refund policy, so if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime within this period. What's more, you can use my exclusive code, SamiTech, to get up to 4 additional months for free. 4 months. Don't miss the chance, all the links are in the description. Check it out. Now, back to the phone. Before we get to what most people would call the camera upgrade, I want to let you know that I have upgraded the system to the newest version as of now. This is almost killing me. Vivo has released 2 versions since I got the phone, Each time I was about to finish, bang! A new firmware update. I had to redo some of the comparison work. Guys, definitely subscribe to give me some motivation. Here is the default camera interface of the two. Obviously, the X100 Ultra has adopted a 3.7x 85mm zoom instead of 4.3x 100mm zoom on the Pro model. An 85mm focal length is the golden port for taking portrait photos and is probably used more often by users. Speaking of that, one feature I find super interesting is the AI visual in portrait mode, which allows you to take a picture of one scene and then it generates whatever season you've chosen. Spring, summer, autumn, or winter. They also added one Chinese style in the newest firmware, probably because they thought, why not bring a touch of Kung Fu to a selfies? I like this AI visual feature. It looks fun with this AI generated tones. You can tell it's fake at first glance, but the level of detail is impressive. Just check out the snow on the trails, the monitor, and the car. If Vivo can find a way to handle the edges of the subjects so they're not so harsh and blend more naturally into the background, it will be an even more fun feature. I also found a mode called Stage Mode, which allows you to take photos and videos from long distance away from the stage. In this mode, if you start recording from the telephoto end 3.7x here, you can get a maximum 30x video zoom, though the footage at 30x looks terrible. This is in broad daylight, let alone in indoor dim light scenarios. There's also an underwater mode, though I'm not sure if I would want to bring an action camera or a phone with me if I'm diving. Probably the former takes less risk. Now, finally, to the most anticipated feature, the 1/1.4-inch sensor with a 200 megapixels HP9 telephoto lens. It looks stunning from the specs, but is it really that good? Let's just compare the photo samples. Regarding the X100 Ultra's 3.7x zoom compared to its predecessor X100 Pro's 4.3x zoom, the photos look a bit oversaturated but still acceptable. When zoomed to the same magnification, there's no doubt that Ultra's photos are clearer and have higher resolution. This is true both before and after the firmware update. Additionally, the Ultra surpasses OPPO's 3x or 3.6x zoom, as OPPO's zoom is cropped from its main picture at this focal length. And I'm not even talking about the 200 megapixel sensor on the X100 Ultra. Its resolution is definitely better, but a single 200 megapixel photo is about 6 times larger than normal one. However, when it comes to night shots, things get a bit interesting. Check out the text on the poster. The Ultra seems a bit overexposed, softer, and definitely not as clear as the Pro model. This photo was taken before the firmware update on May 29th, and then retested with the newest firmware on June 4th, and it's the same. The text on the poster is still not as clear as on the Pro. And check out this photo. If I didn't tell you, could you guess which one is from the Ultra and which is from the Pro? Sadly, the right one is from the Ultra. I'm horrified by the glare surrounding the text. It's outrageous. I swear I made sure to clean the lens. Definitely, the Zeiss iconic T-coating technology that reduces chromatic aberration and reflections they claimed is not working. No, for 5x and 6x zoom, I'm also surprised the Vivo X100 Ultra is the best among the three for daylight photos in terms of resolution. But again, at night, the Vivo X100 Pro is the best among the three. Just check it out. I know, many people might think comparing these photos in this way is a bit nitpicking, but this is a professional camera comparison video where professionals and scrutinizing the details reveals the truth. However, I believe what truly separates the boys from the men is the telephoto zoom photos, where we may not need to zoom in to see who is the best. That's what we are going to talk about now, the 10x zoom and greater. I noticed that if I take photos of objects that are far away, like the signal tower I'm showing here, check out the details on the pole and the wires, and especially the distant buildings. There's no doubt that OPPO Find X7 Ultra has the best 10x zoom. The text is much clearer than on the other two, and there are more details on the building. It's very strange that Vivo photos look a bit blurry compared to OPPO. I made sure to hold the phones steadily. Overall, OPPO's photo performance is stable, looks true to life, and has well-defined layers. Interestingly though, if the object is not that far away, like the cute balloon here, the Vivo X100 Pro would have the most detail, followed by the OPPO, with the X100 Ultra being the worst. And then, for the billboard on a few meters away, again, the X100 Pro is the best, and the X100 Ultra is the worst. While for nighttime 10x zoom, the Vivo X100 Ultra is the best, offering more details and less noise. Check them out. Now at 30x zoom, I think the X100 Ultra has the best photo, but some may argue that the X100 Pro has the best performance for less noise. However, here the X100 Ultra has a bit more details, and I like the way it has less AI-generated tone. Plus, the color is more true to life. Vivo's photos always tend to be too bluish. And if you check out the night photos, the X100 Ultra wins for more details, like clearer text. And at 50x zoom, all the photos look a bit blurry, but if I have to choose one, then the Vivo X100 Ultra probably wins because of its better AI algorithm, especially in handling the text. However, when it comes to night shots, it's another story. The Vivo X100 is totally blown out or looks really blurry and soft on the text part. It looks like I'm not holding the phone properly, but in fact, I made sure to hold it properly. Here, I record the screen to prove that. Finally, let's talk about the max 100x zoom. The Find X7 Ultra supports up to 120x, but the other two only go up to 100x. So let's compare it 100x. I took numerous photos in daylight, and I can't say which phone always performs the best because sometimes the X100 Ultra is better, sometimes the Pro, but overall I will give the edge to the Find X7 Ultra for its more stable performance in more photos. When it comes to night shots, again, the Find X7 Ultra definitely exhibits a more consistent and stable performance in various scenarios. After such a meticulous comparison of photos and nearly every focal length, has the Vivo X100 Ultra delivered a satisfactory result compared to the Pro version after 6 months? I don't think so, or at least it's not as attractive as X100 Ultra's marketing suggests. Nowadays, for flagship phones, there's not much difference in the main camera. Many times you can only see some differences when zooming in. I believe focusing more on the telephoto lens is a good direction, and Vivo is clearly aware of this. However, this approach hasn't yet achieved its stunning results. It doesn't show an overwhelming advantage at the 10x zoom range or above. And in many scenarios, the image tends to blur in many telephotos, even after the new firmware. Clearly, the problem needs more work, and it's even worse than its predecessor. Not to mention comparing to the OPPO Find X7 Ultra, which was released at the beginning of the year. After half a year of optimization, the X7 Ultra's performance is already very stable. That's why I frequently use the word stable for the X7 Ultra, because I had enough time to listen to user feedback and make improvements. The release timing of the X100 Ultra is quite worth it. On one hand, it's not fully optimized yet, as evidenced by the 2 firmware updates received within the first 2 or 3 days of having the device. On the other hand, with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 about to be released in October, that leaves only 4 months for the X100 Ultra to be the Ultra phone. Additionally, you won't get much of a discount for this handset since it was just released, and it's much more expensive than X7 Ultra or X100 Pro. Therefore, if you want a good phone with the newest chipset right now, the X7 Ultra is the best choice for its overall unbeatable performance. Right now, it's just not the right time to buy the X100 Ultra. It may have all the potential to reach what claimed in the keynote, just not now. I believe the price will drop significantly in the next few months. That leaves the video performance. For this part, you can simply watch and clearly differentiate between them, assessing the audio quality and the stabilization easily. I reserve my conclusion for the end, so feel free to check it out if you're interested. To avoid influencing your judgment, I won't say anything now. Oh, I need to see this on computer. This is like extreme dark environment, and hold it. Just see which has the best stabilization, has the best quality. Ooh. Okay, 4K 60 for the front. To be honest, I got a little bit tired because I've tested all of this multiple times, again and again and again. So guys, definitely subscribe if you haven't, because this is way more consuming than you think, than I think, you know. Stabilization. Okay, that's it. Okay, 4K 60. Alright, 4K 60. And this is the third time I've been testing this, because it always like reads the firmware, okay, fix this and that, and then I have to redo all the fucking work, you know? That's crazy. So you gotta be good, okay? Alright. Just run with it. So you can see the stabilization and everything. All these people, why do they need to work? Okay. Okay, 4K 30 on the rear camera. Alright. To check out who has the best stabilization. Okay. Seems like OPPO just has the best performance because of the high dynamic range. Oh no, no. This part seems like Ultra has the same stabilization. You can check out that poster here. On Vivo X100 Pro, like totally blown out. Yeah, the best I think is like OPPO Find X7 Ultra. So on the Vivo X100 Pro, this is the ultra wide 1, ultra 1, ultra wide 1, 2, 2, and then 4.3, 7, 3.7 on the Vivo X100 Ultra, and 3 on the OPPO Find X7 Ultra. Okay, and then we go to 6 times. Whoa, 6 times, 7 times, 7 times, all the way to 10 times. This is the 10 times X100 Pro. 10 times. Okay, 20 times. Okay, it's got frozen a little bit. And go all the way to 18 times. Okay, so which way? So let's focus on this. And there is even a stage mode. Okay, this is 20 times, right? And you can also go 30 times. But it does 30 times like really usable. Okay, so 10 Vivo X100 Pro, 18 OPPO Find X7 Ultra, and 30 times. 4K 30 night zoom test. Ultra wide, ultra wide, ultra wide. Now go to 1, 1, and 1. Okay. I think OPPO has the best performance because I can see the text more clear. 2, 2, 2. Okay, this is 2. Okay, let's just zoom. 4.3 on the Vivo X100 and 3.7 X100 Ultra and 3 on the OPPO Find X7 Ultra. Okay, and now it's time to zoom in. 4.3, 4.55, and all the way to 10. That's the max zoom. Now X100 Ultra, that's 15.4 and 20 times. Okay, this is 20 times. And now 3, 6. Well, you can see the, see, 6, 10, 11, and let's go to all the way to 18. But for Vivo, the stage mode, let's go to 3.7, 10, 20, there's 20, and all the way to 30. So the thing is, do you use this kind of like zoom often? But like for this text, okay, I cannot see with my bare hands, bare eyes, with my naked eye. Okay, the camera cannot see either. Okay, so such zoom is like necessarily, I don't know. So okay, that's the zoom. And that concludes the comparison. It took me a lot of time to edit and shoot. So guys, please subscribe. Your likes are my only motivation. Special thanks to my sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Check it out if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Sami will see you in the next one.